She didn't even hesitate. She stood between the assassin and our son.
Prince Edom and he's joined his brother in the palace.
Hoping they'd miss me. I'll find a use for you. Never takes long before scrappers come looking for parts. War Chief Sona, you're reinforcing Mother's Crown?
If the Nora are to weather another attack by the Metal Devil, we must brace our defenses. Still.
You can still...
Very well.
I have
Good. That leaves... I'll... If...
We have no choice. We must defend the embrace.
Some things are beyond our ken. I'll know better next time.
The goddess put us here for a reason.
That smell. Trees on fire. The embrace. The watchtower's burning, but the sentinels had time to warn the tribe. Made a stand here. Anything to protect the embrace. But the gates couldn't hold. This is Hades' future. Metal and ash. Sorry to spoil your fun.
Posted.
Embrace. It's devastated. For years,
We're under attack.
this was my entire world. It can be destroyed in hours. Now they're hunting me.
Damn you all! Getting picked off! Ooh. Yeah. Get back in there and fight!
No birdsong. I've never heard the embrace so quiet. So dead. Another battle. Another defeat. The eclipse smashed through. Still sniffing around.
Get ready for the shadow stick. Can't afford any more losses! Heard something.
More eclipse. It's a corrupted Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. And I'll never reach the hatch.
That's right! Bring down the mountain!
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
For Aloy!
For the
For All
goddess!
Mother! Rah!
Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
Bring down the demon!
The corruption will not take hold! Back to the tainted earth! Faithless and forsaken, you will die! May the goddess remember!
destroy it!
Oh, mother be...
Finish them!
We did it! Aloy did it! We only
The
helped.
threat has passed.
I
For
thought we
now.
would die.
Aloy, you saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the Embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decision saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see. Here comes the snow.
The machines of the faithless.
The
slaughtered our
matriarchs
people.
led us here to die. I don't want to die here.
It feels as though All-Mother has
It
forgotten.
feels as though
I had little hope
All
before
Mother
I
has
saw your
forgotten
secret.
our seeker.
But
You've
perhaps
returned.
now we have a chance.
Teb?
You.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Leave me be.
Good thing I found Sona.
I was wounded.
Of course not. Why would you get started?
Why couldn't...
Many tried to kill me, Resh. Care to take a turn?
Too many witnesses.
Ah, don't let that stop you.
There. There.
I knew... I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries, are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did.
You should speak to the matriarchs.
In a moment.
Of course. Yes.
All Mother, look upon me with favor. I pray my words of
Seeker, how you reached us, I'll never know.
The battle was lost.
Aloy, you've come back.
Has returned. I could not.
Come,
The tribe
speak
is in
to
your
us.
debt.
Foolish
Your
woman.
courage this day
You
will
welcome a
be
curse.
song and legend.
Come,
Mother
Seeker,
Spear
we
with
have
us.
much to discuss.
Everything else we had
Her
to leave
very
behind.
presence here is a
Glad to see you have
blasphemy.
it. I know what it means to you.
All Mother, I pray you turn your eyes from my uncle and forget his
I
deeds.
hope the...
Oh yeah.
Hello, Seeker.
Goddess protect you, Seeker. May she protect what's left of us.
So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
I fought my way past an army while you cowered in this cave. You really think you can stop me?
Aloy, that is not necessary.
What would you know about what's necessary? About what it took for me to be standing here, now, on this threshold? This was my birthright. You don't get to take it from me a second time.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to Aletheia Cradle 9, Brood 1.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped. So this is Aletheia. This is where I was born.
Where you were made.
So this was it.
Where you were born.
But why? These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
Someday. That's what you always say. We want it now. It's big down there. Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except...
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food
Everything's
out there?
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go!
I don't know. Live here.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now, and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here, and sleep, and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave, and you will learn. Another day has passed.
You mean the
Looks like they
lights
didn't
got
like
dim?
this store very much.
I don't want to
For
sleep.
identity scan. Genetic identity confirmed.
Of course they hated it.
Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum,
Not lights and
a place of
pictures.
learning.
You will,
So,
in time,
What
children.
was this place?
In time, in time, in time.
Never realized.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today, hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge.
Priority message
What we
for
might have
Dr.
achieved
Sobek.
had we not been denied
Please
it.
scan message with focus.
Maybe there's a way. That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a...
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature.
What?
Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. while high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility. All available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. What if... Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Alethea 9. Brood 1 access unsealed.
This is going to be interesting.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try, anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here. Everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
What did she see inside the mountain? Maybe we aren't meant to know.
Have faith in the goddess. The anointed will
Aloy,
wash all signs of...
how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me, said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border, Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. The faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man.
I'm inclined to, and I'm quite certain that...
All right. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of...
That will be for the goddess to decide. For the moment, and as I promised, I think...
It's time, and for
I wish I...
As am I.
Oh.
Okay.
My life has been long, but... I've never seen anything like that. Tirsa was right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure.
She came out of the mountain, and she was changed. Anointed.
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive.
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your
She walks among them.
I'm sorry. Forgive.
Off your knees, Lansra.
Aloy.
Good. Now what?
We have lost many brave warriors to the killers, but they did not shake us
In
from
all
our
my
faith.
years, I have never
We
seen
still
anything
stand.
like that.
The goddess anointed her within the holy mountain.
Here you are. Right here, in front of me.
I will lead a war party to Meridian.
But we know
Aloy! We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Obrona,
Your father is right. You belong here.
thank you. I will make sure.
Dad.
The goddess speaks through you, anointed.
Aloy.
Say that you'll...
Of course.
Complicated, but...
No. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But... I always...
Neither are you.
Perhaps.
The killers will be forgotten by the goddess. None of their deeds will live on in her
Aloy.
memory.
You saw what happened.
Actually, can't see.
The anointed will cleanse the corruption beyond the sacred name. She has earned my faith.
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
Have you seen
Curse the goddess, and curse you. I no longer belong here.
I think you're onto something, Resh. Time to strike out on your own.
There. There.
The goddess speaks through you, anointed.
Pray for me, Aloy. From your lips to the goddess's ears.
She came out of the mountain, and she was changed. Anointed.
Snow haze. White as bone. That thought got dark. Can't be too prepared. Let's get this over with. Dusk Mesa. Now I need to find some place too high to reach, if I'm to believe anything Fernand said. What do you... And it's empty.
Spear girl!
Of course.
You found it. The perfect location for an ambush. Now throw down that magnificent spear, and we'll let you live.
You've obviously heard of me. You know what I'm capable of. Why do you think this will turn out well for you?
I like the odds. Get her!
Why do I bother?
Ah!
By the sun, take cover!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
For the
Here it comes!
That's the last of them. But Fernand ran off. Right to the Meridian docks, I'll bet.
that sunrise.
I'll support a Karja merchant over an Obrona any day.
You're letting the Oseram decide what to do with him?
Prince Edaman is alive and in the palace. Praise the sun. Is it just me, or do Karja people...
Won't
Move
find
along.
better
We
wares.
have no need to loiter around here.
Take a look at these wares.
Come take a look.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day.
I tell you, never have children if you can avoid it.
My mother told me to steer
You'll like
clear
what
of
I have for
outlanders.
sale.
You seem
I
friendly
promise.
enough.
Come take a look. I'll give you
Won't find better wares.
I've
Won't
got
cost
all
you
the
a
best
shard
goods
just to
here.
look.
Won't
Don't
find
forget to
better
stock up
wares.
before you're on the road.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
I've got all the best goods here.
Would you like to buy something today? Don't forget.
Not stopping when you're in the thick.
Won't
The
find
Sun
better
King's
wares.
grown too soft.
Oh, no. Let me in!
Oh, Fernand. Our deal is off.
Oh, it's you. How about a new deal? You could just cut off my finger, or my hand, or my left arm, but that's...
Tempting, but I want you to spread the word to all your crooked friends. Me and my spear are off limits from now on.
I can do that.
Tell them how you barely escaped with your life. Get creative. You're good at that. I don't want to have to come find you.
Understood. You won't hear...
I'd better not.
Everyone will know to leave you and your spear alone.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Would you like to buy something today?
Downright embarrassing.
Fine goods for
Don't pass up
Sorry,
these
I
good
have
fair
no news that
prices.
would interest you. A little more
Fairest
donate.
prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court. Not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for...
By the sun...
Silent partner.
If the sun would only grant my prayers, never mind snow.
So which...
No market for...
Where do you think...
I know...
Oh,
the sun's...
I can...
Wait.
I drove...
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your medals.
Scroung... scavengers? What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
I'd like an opportunity to share
I
a
do
drink.
calling.
Stopping when you're in the thick of it.
I wouldn't say agreed.
I don't complain about you counting.
Buy what you need.
I brought you both the parts.
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course.
The price you have to pay.
It won't sell.
I haven't.
I told you from the beginning this.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new? Gear alert. Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
Gotcha! better have been the biggest guard you've got, Gaia. Frost on my eyelashes. Gaia's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Don't look down. Don't look down. This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but...
She said, rebuilding because of God.
But...
Well, you know what, by the same... But that would take...
It's...
Yes, everything.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Mind your footing.
Another power cell. This should help me get to that ancient armor. Guess that's my way across. Don't think, Aloy. Just do it.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, glad that's over. This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal. Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but it's... engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam, but this one closed with a 10mm gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, all right?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Saying that shows you misunderstand her completely. To her, everyone had value. Everything was worth saving. She gave her life in service to that idea. Even after everything you've learned, you still don't get it. The simplest thing about her, and the most important.
No. She had a superior mind and a superior will. It wasn't about sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel, to care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on. There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way. What? When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone, all of it, every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. The Master Override. small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
That didn't sound good.
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me
It's a long...
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
I don't need to hear any... You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but...
To be clear, Aloy, I've done all I can. Take my land.
Then I just...
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire... Spotted. Armor. From the age of the old ones. But how do I get to it? There. Fits. I just need to slot in. That's two. It's some kind of code. Maybe there's a clue nearby. I think the old ones use numbers like this to indicate time. Maybe there's some more information nearby. Something that will tell me how this works. Looks like each dial has 4 positions. Maybe if I get each dial in the right position. These numbers... they must be related to segments of a circle. did it. Now to check the door. Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps. Just need to install these power cells. That should do it.
Halo, halo? Chyba mnie słychać. Nic się nie popsuło. Tak się w ogóle wczułem w gierkę, że zapomniałem się odzywać. XD trochę w to. Co teraz robię? To jest chyba w ogóle przedostatnia misja w grze, tak mi się chociaż wydaje. Jeszcze jest oczywiście The Frozen Wilds. Dodatek DLC. Tak, ten Zbadaj Kraj. To jest chyba to gówno od banuków. Dosyć mała jest mapa, ale jak się chodzi, to jest trochę duża. Tu jest ten żyraf, który znowu będzie chodzić dookoła, i będzie trzeba czekać 3 godziny, zanim on przyjdzie do siebie. I to jest właśnie koło Kurhanu i odkryłem tak przypadkowo to miejsce, gdy zbierałem te kolekcje kwiatków, metalowych kwiatów do achievementa. Za te widokówki, zbieranie kubków i za te banuckie figurki, to wszystko jest jedno osiągnięcie, jeżeli macie wszystko. Ja mam już wszystkie 4. To zbierałem, jak grałem to po kolei, to sobie zaznaczałem. I przez przypadek tutaj było chyba jedno z nich odkryte właśnie w tym bunkrze. I przypadkowo to miejsce znalazłem i właśnie trochę nie wiedziałem, o co chodzi w tym, więc jakby ominąłem to i szłem dalej. Ale okazało się, że tutaj można zdobyć bardzo ciekawą zbroję. O, taką zbroję, wygląda zajebiście. Więc jak będziemy ją mieli, to będzie bardzo, bardzo fajnie. Jeszcze taka maska będzie, no to jeszcze będzie. Ultra sportu. Eksperymentalna zbroja mikroprojektów. Bardzo fajnie wygląda. Trzeba właśnie 3 ogniwa znaleźć. Ja znalazłem 2 ogniwa, gdy przechodziłem misję. I nie wiedziałem, że w ogóle jest coś takiego. Więc teraz trzeba zapierdalać po lokacjach i znajdywać to gówno. Wiem, że chyba znam chyba 2 lokacje, gdzie mogę znaleźć 2 ogniwa, a trzecią będę musiał sobie chyba sprawdzić na YouTubie, tak mi się wydaje. Jedna jest w Wszechmatce, ale musimy najpierw wyjść z tego obiektu. Sobie wyjdziemy stąd. Jakby nigdy nic. Jak słyszycie śmiechy, to moja zjebana siostra drze mordę. Dobra, na czym to skończyłem? No tak. Jej chcę znaleźć tą zbroję. O, za głośno gierkę mam, za głośno. Za głośno gierka, mowa na 80, efekty dźwiękowe na 20, muzyka na 20. Niech będzie. Tutaj muszę jeszcze zrobić jedną rzecz. Dźwięki. Obniżyć dźwięk. Powinno być teraz elegancko. Wszystko powinno teraz działać. Słuchać mnie powinno dobrze. Mam taką nadzieję. Dobra, wyszliśmy z tego bunkieru. Tutaj jest TL3, LR3, 9. To niby wszechmatka, jak oni to nazywają. Jak potrzebujesz pakietu szybkich podróży? Naprawdę, czy ja nie mam? Nieważne, już mam. Niewłaściwe miejsce. Dobra. Idziemy do tej wioski. I wiem 2 lokacje, gdzie mogłem tu być. Te ogniwa. A ostatnio będę musiał sobie sprawdzić na YouTubie. Bardzo fajnie zbroja wygląda, więc ja bym chciał ją mieć w swoim zestawieniu. Teraz tak. Do Wszechmatki trzeba zapierdalać teraz tak daleko. Znaczy daleko. 200 metrów. A to jest wszystko zniszczone. Jak zaćmienie, to nam wszystko rozjebało, nam naszą siedzibę, you know. Czemu mam zbroję Nora? Pewnie spytacie. Nikt nie pytał, ale i tak odpowiem. No bo jak Nora, to chyba Nora, nie? A to zaćmienie wygląda fajnie, tylko mi się tak... Za mało jest tej zbroi, wiecie o co chodzi. Fajnie wygląda, ale jest za mało. Moim zdaniem. Może to nie może dlatego, że to nie jest ciężka, tylko lekka zbroja. No. A ciekawe, czy jak teraz tą zbroję Karża Cienia odblokowałem, to ciekawe, czy będę mógł teraz ciężką zbroję zdobyć. To jest bardzo ciekawe. Tutaj był ten gromoszczęk. Dobra, idziemy jeszcze raz do środka. Oni tutaj, typiary tutaj czekają. Tu jest ten kutas. Tego nie wiem, czemu nie mogę zabić. Sadkę trochę. Teraz tak.
Aloy, how did you do that?
Dobra, jestem teraz w Wszechmatce, ale jak ja mam... O, chyba w ten sposób. Tak, i jest chyba jedną z komór tutaj. Jest ogniwo. Teraz trzeba je znaleźć. Mam fokusa, więc mam dodatkową pomoc, ale czasami jestem ślepy, więc tego nie widzę. Tutaj nie mogę wejść niestety. Tutaj jest jakiś typiarz leży, tu są typiary leżą. Tutaj nie ma, trzeba iść dalej. Może będzie w tym pomieszczeniu.
Our fallen tribes people call out for justice. The killers will answer with blood for what they have done.
Już zapłacili krwią, nie muszą płacić krwią. Chociażbym bardzo chciał. Urwaj do dzieci, twoje chwała. No i gdzie jest to przekrętło, god fucking dammit, no?
It was you. You killed the demons and the bad men.
No god dammit, gdzie to jest?
My uncle said you were sent by All Mother to save us. Why didn't you
Ciekawe.
come sooner?
Kurwa. Czekajcie chwilę.
Among us, anointed by All Mother herself.
Co, jeżeli tego nie ma i nie mogę tego znaleźć, prawdopodobnie te ogniwa, ja już je wziąłem, tylko nawet nie wiem kiedy, one, chyba ja tu byłem, ja je wziąłem chyba przypadkowo w tych pierwszych 2 misjach, na początkowych, tych takich wiecie, takie jak już było po próbie, jak Rostań Sadka zabili. Tak mi się chociaż wydaje. Druga lokacja jest w sercu matki. Najpierw musimy wyjść z tego, z wszechmatki. Tak. Trzeba wyjść stąd. I teraz możemy się dopiero tepnąć. Tylko nie wiem jeszcze w jakiej lokalizacji dokładnie, ale wiem, że jest gdzieś w sercu matki.
I held back the Watchers while he took care of the scrappers on our tail.
I should be out hunting, not standing around all day.
Been out for hours. Could use a seat and a draft.
All Mother's anointed.
Tu się jednak pomyliłem. Nie jest ogniwo, nie jest w sercu matki. Ja już prawdopodobnie je wziąłem. Jedno jest tutaj i tutaj byłem jak kwiatka chyba tego zbierałem metalowego, bo to jest jeden kwiat ukryty. Właśnie tutaj jest jedno ogniwo. Tutaj jest drugie ogniwo, żeby ten bunkier otworzyć tego pierwszego, co zrobiłem, tą zagadkę. Po czym chyba nie było to zamierzone, moim zdaniem. I jeszcze mam 3 do znalezienia w różnych 3 innych lokacjach. Ale to jest bardzo długie, teraz długie do szukania, więc zrobię sobie tego pobocznego questa.
Seems so empty now. Everyone who can has gone to the mountain.
Tego questa, bo nie wiem, czy ten quest chyba tu był, czy już nie był.
Oh, anointed. Here you are.
Ten quest chyba był, albo się dopiero pojawił w tym momencie. Chyba. Bo nie wydaje mi się, że był wcześniej.
The anointed. You honor me with your presence.
Ale nie była przed chwilą w górze przypadkiem?
How are the wounded?
I won't lie. They are suffering. Usually I would give them Dreamwillow for their pain, but our supply is exhausted.
Can I help? Where can I get more?
You are generous, Anointed. You should be able to find some in supply caches along brave trails to the east.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll look for...
You will? Look for it in stash.
Ja to skipuję tych większość takich tym, po prostu mi się... O kurwa, to jest 7 poziom. Bro. Skrzynka z zapasami. Czy mi się chce? Czy mi się chce? Chyba mi się nie chce, wiecie? Dobra. Off stream poszukam tego. Zrobię ten i po prostu już jutro dokończymy sobie gierkę. I zdobędziemy zbroję i już zaczniemy DLC od razu. No. No to jak to się mówi, do jutra.